Emotional invincibility. Mastering inner peace through 10 Stoic principles. Imagine navigating life's tumultuous storms with the unshakable tranquility of a peaceful harbor, untouched by the raging turbulence. This is the promise of cultivating judgment, developing an emotional invincibility that shields you from the unforeseen challenges that life inevitably throws your way. This essay, deeply rooted in the 10 key principles of Stoicism and enriched with original insights, aims to guide you on a transformative journey towards nurturing an undisturbed state of mind, a sanctuary of inner peace that remains impervious to external disruption. We will explore the profound distinction between controlling our thoughts and accepting the uncontrollability of external events, understanding that true serenity stems from focusing solely on what lies within our power. Inspired by Epictetus's wisdom, we will actively grasp the key to lasting inner peace, regardless of the storms that may rage around us. Principle 1. Firm purposes, the unshakable foundation. Difficulties show a person's character, Epictetus wisely asserted, and the greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. This statement transcends mere philosophy. It serves as a powerful call to action. When you possess a clear and unwavering understanding of your goals, the world around you seems to shrink, transforming colossal challenges into manageable steps. The inner strength you discover within yourself through this process becomes an unyielding force, impervious to defeat. A firm purpose isn't a matter of chance discovery. It's meticulously crafted through moments of profound reflection on what truly matters to you. It extends beyond mere career aspirations or personal achievements, encompassing the core principles and values to which you wish to dedicate your life. What do you want to stand for? What legacy do you want to leave behind? What impact do you want to have on the world? These are the questions that will help you define your firm purpose. Once that purpose is deeply ingrained within your heart, the next step involves diligently protecting and nurturing it. Perseverance and steadfast commitment to your goals shape your strength in the face of adversity. This is not to say that you will never face setbacks or experience moments of doubt. Rather, it means that you will possess the inner resilience to overcome those obstacles and to stay true to your course, even when the path ahead seems unclear or daunting. The video aptly describes a firm purpose as a beacon in the night, not just a guiding light, but also a solid anchor for the soul. When life pulls you into unexpected whirlwinds, a firm purpose acts as a life buoy, preventing you from sinking into the sea of emotions and difficult circumstances. It provides you with a sense of stability and direction, reminding you of what truly matters and empowering you to navigate the storm with courage and conviction. Ultimately, firm purposes are not just abstract advice. They're the key to unlocking unparalleled mental strength and the ability to face and overcome any challenge. This is the essence of Stoic philosophy, not simply a set of rules for living, but a testament to the power of will and unwavering purpose. In the light of this philosophy, nothing is impossible, and nothing can shake your resilient spirit. Your purpose becomes your compass, guiding you through the complexities of life and empowering you to live a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Principle 2. Guarding your mind, the unbreachable fortress. Imagine a scenario where you would never entertain the idea of handing over control of your physical body to a completely unfamiliar and untrustworthy person. The very thought is absurd, a violation of your personal autonomy. So, why do we so readily allow our minds, the very essence of our being, to be hijacked by stray thoughts, deceitful words, and the opinions of others? When we passively accept external influences, we are essentially handing the key to our happiness and inner peace over to strangers, relinquishing control of our own emotional well-being. Mind control, in this context, is not simply a skill. It's an art, a practice that requires constant vigilance and conscious effort. When someone offends us, it's a natural human response to feel hurt and to desire retaliation. However, Stoicism teaches us that our emotions are not simply automatic reactions to external events, but rather the result of our own thoughts and personal perspectives. This means that we possess the inherent power to choose how to respond to any given situation, to reframe our perceptions, and to control our emotional reactions. Instead of allowing offense to overwhelm us, we can choose to view it as an opportunity to strengthen patience and self-awareness, to cultivate discipline and self-control. This is not to say that we should suppress our emotions or deny our feelings. Rather, it means that we should acknowledge those emotions without allowing them to dictate our behavior or to cloud our judgment. The video suggests starting with daily habits, setting small goals, and achieving them every day to build self-confidence. This incremental approach allows you to gradually develop a sense of mastery over your own thoughts and actions, empowering you to resist external pressures and to stay true to your own values. Focusing on living in the present moment and deepening your understanding of your emotions is also crucial for cultivating inner peace and resilience. As you begin to realize that you possess the power to choose how to react to any situation, you will gradually become more resilient to challenges and less easily swayed by negative emotions. Your mind becomes a fortress, impervious to the slings and arrows of fortune. You develop a sense of inner stability that allows you to navigate the complexities of life with grace and equanimity. Imagine a baker who focuses every day on improving their skills, paying no mind to excessive criticism or praise. This baker doesn't allow any external opinions to affect their work process or spirit. Ultimately, with patience and control, the baker not only improves their baking skills, but also achieves true freedom and inner peace, gracefully overcoming any criticism. Stoic philosophy is not just a classical philosophical discipline. It's a powerful tool to help us face and overcome everyday challenges. By learning to control our minds and to handle emotions maturely, we can achieve genuine peace and freedom amidst a volatile and uncertain world, becoming the masters of our own inner landscapes, impervious to the storms that may rage around us. Principle 3. Transcending opinion. Finding validation within. We cannot avoid becoming subjects of gossip and judgment from others. It's an inevitable part of the human experience. But have you ever wondered if the weight of malicious words truly defines you, or if it's your resilience and inner peace that ultimately determine who you are? The answer, according to Stoic philosophy, lies in recognizing that external opinions hold no true power over your inherent worth. Epictetus wisely stated that we cannot control the opinions or actions of others, but we can control how we react to them. In the modern world, this can be understood as accepting that everyone has their own perspectives and values, and they may not always align with our own. Similar to the teaching of Christ, love your enemies, we are advised to be patient and open-minded towards differing viewpoints, even when they oppose our own. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior or abandoning our own values, but rather cultivating a spirit of understanding and compassion. To live a life undisturbed by the words of others, we need to have a deep and accurate understanding of ourselves. This includes a clear understanding of our motivations and the reasons behind our actions, as well as a firm belief in our values and principles. When you are confident in the path you have chosen and why you have chosen it, negative words from others lose their sting. You can recognize them for what they are, simply opinions, not reflections of your true worth. The video correctly suggests that to face insults or disagreements without letting them affect us, we need to develop patience and gentleness. Patience allows us to maintain calmness and not react hastily or negatively, while gentleness helps us maintain good relationships with others, even when they disagree with us. These virtues are not signs of weakness, but rather expressions of inner strength, demonstrating your ability to control your emotions and to respond with reason and compassion. Illustrative examples can be drawn from the lives of saints and ascetics who faced harm and insults with patience and kindness, always holding fast to their chosen path. These individuals serve as powerful reminders that true strength lies not in external validation, but in unwavering adherence to one's own values and principles. When we focus on personal growth and resilience in the face of challenges, we not only improve our own lives, but also inspire those around us. Remember, true power does not come from controlling what others think or say about us, but from our ability to control how we allow those things to affect us. Your inner peace is your sanctuary, and no one can violate it without your permission. Principle 4. Reframing offense. Finding opportunity in adversity. Epictetus, with a firm and wise tone, emphasized, what really frightens and dismays us is not external events themselves, but the way in which we think about them. This profound statement reveals that when someone offends you, it's not their words that inherently possess the power to hurt you, but rather how you perceive and react to those words that ultimately determine their impact on your soul. Your mind is the battlefield, and you're the one who chooses which weapons to wield. Imagine a scenario in a meeting where you express an opinion, and a colleague strongly opposes it, perhaps even in a dismissive or disrespectful manner. Instead of reacting emotionally, allowing anger or frustration to consume you, you pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, is this an opportunity for me to consider the issue from a different perspective? By consciously choosing to reframe the situation, you can transform a potentially negative experience into a learning opportunity. In doing so, you not only maintain your composure, but also broaden your outlook, gaining a deeper understanding of the issue at hand and potentially identifying flaws in your own thinking. You demonstrate intellectual humility and a willingness to consider alternative viewpoints, qualities that are highly valued in any professional setting. Or consider another situation where you and a close friend are conversing, and suddenly you're criticized for a personal decision, perhaps in a way that feels hurtful or judgmental. Instead of feeling hurt and defensive, you take time to reflect on that criticism. Perhaps you'll discover that, although their delivery wasn't perfect, their intention was truly to prompt you to reconsider your choices from another angle. This is finding light in the darkness, a valuable skill that Stoicism encourages us to learn. Through this lesson, we learn not only how to endure offense or hurt, but also how to turn these experiences into stepping stones for personal growth. The key lies in how you choose to face them. Strength, according to Stoicism, doesn't come from avoiding difficulties, but from knowing how to embrace and overcome them. Remember that within every challenge lies an opportunity for you to become stronger and more resilient. Just as a blacksmith tempers steel through fire, so too are we forged into stronger individuals through the trials and tribulations of life. Principle 5. Liberation from fear and shame. Finding freedom within. We often confront challenges that sow fear and shame, feelings that can paralyze us and prevent us from living authentically. The question is, how do we overcome them? How do we not allow these experiences to determine our self-worth and to dictate our choices? Epictetus delved deep into this issue in his philosophy, pointing out that at the core of every fear and feeling of shame lies not the external circumstances, but rather how we respond to them, the meaning we assign to them. Have you ever felt trapped in a glass cage of fear and shame? These are the times when we do things we don't want to, just to receive acceptance or a fleeting moment of praise on social media, compromising our values and sacrificing our authenticity for the sake of external validation. But Epictetus, with his timeless wisdom, pointed out a simple yet profound truth. We are the ones who assign meaning to every event, thus creating fear and shame within our souls. Unlike denying emotions, Stoicism invites us to embrace them with courage and self-control, to acknowledge their presence without allowing them to dictate our actions. Overcoming fear and shame means we are no longer shackled by the gaze and words of others. It's a journey back to ourselves, rediscovering the value and meaning of life in every breath, in every daily decision. Epictetus teaches that the key to happiness lies not outside, in external validation or material possessions, but within the soul of each individual. When we place our self-worth on things beyond our control, We open the door to fear and shame, becoming vulnerable to the whims of fortune and the opinions of others. Conversely, when we focus on self-improvement, wisdom, and spiritual freedom, we find unparalleled peace and strength, becoming impervious to the external pressures that once held us captive. Ultimately, fear and dishonor in Epictetus's Stoic philosophy is not just a lesson on facing challenges. It's also a reminder to live a meaningful life where fear and shame are no longer obstacles on the journey to happiness and freedom. For when we dare to face and overcome these internal barriers, we not only liberate ourselves, but also inspire those around us to break free from their own self-imposed limitations. Principle 6. Anticipating obstacles, preparing for the inevitable. At its core, the Stoic principle of anticipating obstacles encourages a proactive stance rather than passively reacting to life's challenges. Epictetus suggests that by envisioning potential difficulties along our path, we prepare ourselves mentally to face them calmly and thoughtfully, mitigating their impact and maintaining our inner peace. This mental training session is not an invitation to pessimism, but a strategy to strengthen resolve and equip the mind with the necessary tools for any situation. Consider the story of a marathon runner preparing for an upcoming race. Aware of the principle of anticipating obstacles, she anticipates potential challenges, adverse weather conditions, injuries, or unexpected personal commitments that could disrupt her training schedule. Instead of fearing these possibilities, she plans accordingly, adjusting her training schedule, preparing for different weather conditions, and allocating time for rest and recovery. On the race day, when faced with a sudden downpour, she remains calm, having mentally and physically prepared for such a situation. Anticipating and preparing for what could have been an obstacle transforms the race into evidence of her resilience and determination, showcasing her ability to adapt and persevere in the face of adversity. Anticipating obstacles creates harmony between emotions and logic, teaching us to approach life's uncertainties with a balanced mind. Emotionally, it instills a sense of readiness and confidence, empowering us to face challenges with courage and equanimity. Logically, it enhances our problem-solving skills by encouraging us to think ahead and plan for the future, developing creative solutions to potential setbacks. This balance is a hallmark that allows us to face life's ups and downs with a serene heart and a clear mind, becoming masters of our own destinies, impervious to the unexpected twists and turns that life inevitably throws our way. Principle 7. The power of perception. No one can truly hurt you. Don't consent to be hurt, and you won't be hurt, Epictetus once said. He taught that true power lies in how we choose to react to every situation. This perspective opens up a path to liberation, a new way of viewing how we accept and confront challenges and suffering in life. While external circumstances may inflict pain or discomfort, they cannot truly diminish our inner worth or compromise our peace of mind unless we allow them to do so. Imagine you are facing severe criticism from a trusted friend, someone whose opinion you value and respect. The initial feeling might be one of hurt and betrayal, a sense of disappointment that can be difficult to process. However, Stoicism teaches us that while this initial reaction is natural, the power to allow it to shape your emotions and subsequent actions lies entirely within your control. You can choose to dwell on the negativity, allowing it to consume you and to erode your self-esteem, or you can choose to reframe the situation, seeking to understand the critic's perspective and to learn from their feedback. The video effectively poses the question, how do we apply this principle to our lives? First is the freedom to choose response. Faced with criticism or hurt, remember that you have the right to choose how to respond. This doesn't mean denying emotions, but rather acknowledging and consciously managing them, preventing them from spiraling out of control. Second is seeking inner strength. Confidence and peace come not from avoiding all hurt, but from knowing you can overcome anything. This inner resilience is not a product of arrogance or denial, but rather a deep-seated belief in your own ability to persevere and to learn from your experiences. In Christianity, this strength is often found through faith and prayer, a connection to a higher power that provides comfort and guidance in times of need. Third is forgiveness. Just as Jesus forgave those who harmed him, we are also called to practice forgiveness. This not only helps alleviate burdens for ourselves, but also opens paths to reconciliation and love, breaking the cycle of negativity and fostering healing and understanding. Remember, this is not a call to indifference or avoidance. Instead, it's a reminder of the power and freedom in choosing how we face challenges, as well as an encouragement to seek peace and strength through faith. By applying this principle not just in difficult situations, but in all aspects of life, we move closer to true freedom and inner peace, becoming the masters of our own emotional destinies. Principle 8. Exercising restraint, the art of mindful action. In Epictetus's philosophy, exercising self-restraint in action is not only a form of autonomy, but also a crucial step toward inner peace and spiritual strength. This does not mean condemning all actions or reactions, but rather selectively choosing actions based on reason, not impulsive emotions, cultivating a mindful awareness of the consequences of our words and deeds. Imagine you're in an important meeting and a colleague suddenly strongly opposes your ideas, even criticizing you personally, perhaps questioning your competence or your motives. The initial emotions might be anger, disappointment, or even a desire to respond forcefully, to defend your position and to put your colleague in their place. However, according to Epictetus, this is precisely the moment to apply the lesson of self-restraint. Instead of letting emotions take over, you take a deep breath and remind yourself that anger or strong retaliation doesn't solve the problem. You choose to accept that opinion rationally, objectively consider it, and even respond constructively, demonstrating respect and opening the door for dialogue rather than conflict. Exercising restraint in action and speech not only helps us avoid undesirable consequences, but also demonstrates maturity and wisdom. In a world where quick and forceful reactions are often seen as a display of strength, Epictetus reminds us that true strength lies in the ability to control oneself in any situation, to respond with reason and compassion rather than with anger and impulsiveness. So, how can we apply this lesson in life? First is recognizing emotions. When emotions begin to rise, acknowledge and accept them without immediate reaction, allowing yourself to feel the sensation without letting it dictate your behavior. Second is pause before acting. Give yourself a moment to think before taking any action or speaking, creating a buffer between the stimulus and the response. Third is self-questioning. Is your action or speech based on reason? And will it bring positive results? Consider the potential consequences of your words and deeds before acting. Fourth is acting mindfully. Choose an action that reflects a deep understanding of the situation rather than just an immediate reaction, responding with intention and purpose rather than with impulsiveness. By restraining our actions, we not only control emotions, but also face and overcome challenges calmly and effectively. This not only makes our lives better, but also helps us become the best version of ourselves, a resilient and steadfast self amidst the storms of life. Principle 9. The transformative power of acceptance. Imagine you're on a long journey and suddenly realize you're lost. You might feel angry, disappointed, and anxious, overwhelmed by a sense of frustration and uncertainty. But when applying principle number 9, the power of acceptance, you start to assess the situation calmly and accept that you're lost, acknowledging the reality of the situation without judgment or resistance. You understand that worry or anger won't change the current reality, that dwelling on negative emotions will only exacerbate the problem. From this acceptance, you begin to seek solutions, using a map, asking for directions, or using GPS, taking proactive steps to remedy the situation. The important thing you realize is that you have the ability and freedom to choose how to face the situation, rather than being swept away by negative emotions, surrendering to despair and helplessness. The video offers 5 ways you can practice holding on to the power of acceptance. Recognize and accept emotions. When facing difficulties, take a moment to recognize your own emotions. Acknowledging the anger, sadness, or fear you feel is the first step in accepting the situation. Understanding and analysis. Try to understand the root of the problem and carefully consider the factors that cannot be changed, as well as what you can control, focusing your energy on what is within your power to influence. Redirect energy. Instead of focusing on what you can't change, use your energy to focus on positive actions you can take, shifting your perspective from helplessness to empowerment. Seek meaning and learn. Every challenge brings an opportunity to learn. Seek lessons from each situation and use them to develop yourself, growing stronger and wiser through adversity. Practice gratitude. In any circumstance, remember there is always something to be grateful for. Gratitude helps us maintain our souls and see light in the darkness, fostering a sense of hope and appreciation even in the midst of difficult times. By applying the power of acceptance, you not only learn how to face challenges, but also find peace and happiness in everyday life. This is one of the most important lessons that Stoic philosophy, as taught by Epictetus, offers us, a pathway to serenity and fulfillment, regardless of the circumstances we face. Principle 10. Living in harmony with nature. The path to true fulfillment. Epictetus believed that the key to living a happy and meaningful life is to live in harmony with nature, not just the external nature that surrounds us, but also the inner nature within ourselves, the true essence of each individual. This concept goes beyond simply appreciating the beauty of the natural world. It encompasses a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all things and a commitment to living in accordance with the laws of the universe. Epictetus emphasizes that living in harmony with nature not only helps us find peace, but also enables us to realize and maximize our potential, aligning our actions with our true purpose and living a life of authenticity and integrity. This requires us to understand that every event and every situation in life has a reason for existence, and we need to accept them peacefully, recognizing the inherent order and purpose in the unfolding of events. To become immune to the fluctuations of life, we need to train our minds to perceive clearly and accept everything that is happening, cultivating a detached perspective that allows us to see the bigger picture and to avoid getting caught up in the emotional turmoil of the moment. This does not mean giving up or being indifferent, but rather learning to accept and find happiness within the limitations set by nature, embracing the present moment, and finding joy in the simple things. Happiness from a Stoic perspective is not about pursuing external pleasures or material possessions, but about finding peace and satisfaction in simple things through living a conscious and self-aware life with our true essence, aligning our actions with our values, and pursuing a life of virtue and purpose. Living under the laws of nature, according to Stoic philosophy, is not just a method to face life's challenges, but also a path to true freedom and happiness. By applying these principles to daily life, we not only find peace within ourselves, but also become invulnerable to life's ups and downs, cultivating an inner resilience that allows us to weather any storm and to emerge stronger and more fulfilled on the other side. In the journey of exploring the philosophy of Epictetus and applying the 10 Stoic principles to everyday life, we have traveled through an inspiring and challenging path together. These lessons are not just guiding lights to help us navigate the storms of life, but also a source of strength to build a resilient soul, unshaken by anything. By embracing these principles, you can cultivate an emotional invincibility that allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace, wisdom, and unwavering inner peace.